Hey Clark, what's up?
What's up, man?
What's going on? I'm setting up Facebook. Uh, yeah, setting up Facebook. I haven't streamed it on Facebook yet. I have never done this before. Oh,
Yeah,
that might.
have you ever checked out Five Black Comics?
Huh?
You ever checked out Five Black Comics? Our show we do.
Yeah. I watched it. I think a couple of times.
Yeah, man. It's like it's a big deal. You get on Facebook, YouTube, let people hear you out there. See what you got to say, man.
Oh, we're live. Okay, we're live, Eddie. We are live. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is J-Lat the Comedian. Uh, so, um, this is my unofficial start of my podcast. I'm starting a podcast. It's called J-Lat's Another Podcast. I haven't worked out the kinks in my system yet, so I'm doing it through Zoom and Facebook. So basically what I'm going to be talking about, mostly politics, sometimes religion, sometimes comedy, shit that makes us uncomfortable. I definitely want to talk about that shit. And I couldn't think of a better person to do it with the man I have on Zoom with me right now. Mr. Comedian, great comedian, veteran, actor, Eddie Clark. Give it up for Eddie Clark.
What's that?
What's up, Eddie, man? All right. I've been on this shit all day. I haven't kept up with the news. Tell me what's going on with our president in quote unquote. What's going on? I didn't keep up today.
Well, one of the things you're doing right, man, is I tell a lot of guys, man, yeah, refer to him as our president. Let the dude get as much love as he can, as long as he can.
Yeah.
Got 2 more weeks before he gets to experience something that he hoped Barack. We know if you kick a black man out of his house, man, he thinks it's unjust. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the hardest things in the world to do. Let's see what happens when a white guy gets picked out and he don't think it's right.
He ready to shoot up the place. He's ready to take down everybody along with him. That's when white people get fired. You know, black people get fired. They're like, fuck, I'll get unemployment.
We find a way.
I'll fix some cars.
We find a way. But
white people.
It don't work out for everybody.
Yeah, white people. I'll say it's privileged white people because there's a difference. Yeah,
well,
privileged white people.
But it's called white privilege for a reason, my brother.
Yeah, that's why it's called white privilege. So I remember I get into it with your friends on your page. Like Claude, he kept saying, I was poor. I went to school. I got beat up. I got teased by black kids being in school. You know, he always used to say that. And the thing about white privilege that a lot, especially like a lot of conservatives do, they give their experience as to why, but that's not what white privilege is.
No.
It does not mean a white person can't be poor or have hardships. I don't know why they keep doing that.
It's one of the things is when you take the time to make those kind of statements, what you're actually doing is denying yourself a chance to look at what the situation really is. I mean, let's be perfectly honest, man. When the victimization game is just, it runs rampant. You know what I'm saying? It just runs rampant, man, across this country. As soon as we say this happened, that thing is like, well, look what happened to me as a white guy, as a white person. And the thing about it is you can't compare the two. I was talking to a comedian the other day that made a statement on our show, Five Black Comics. This one brother made a statement.
Promote your shit. Promote it.
Oh, definitely. We'll get that in a minute. Yeah, but he made a statement that made a lot of sense to me. He said there's nowhere in history where you can find evidence, pictures, the blatancy of black people doing to white people what white people have traditionally done to black people over the last 402 years. So you can find pictures of us being lynched, them standing there like it's a party and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? There's one picture in particular that drives me crazy. There's this brother that's been lynched and all the townsfolk are gathering around and this little girl. There's this little girl
smiling.
She got that little smile.
Grinning.
It's like,
I've seen that in my history books. Yeah, exactly. When I was in high school.
And that picture to me says more about the country and what the country was and what white privilege was. The fact that you have to understand those kind of pictures were sent out as postcards. They were sent out as a way to let them know, hey, come on out of the house. Maybe if you come down, we'll have a picnic, which is why I hate that expression, because I don't know if you know what picnic really means. It means pick a nigga. They would go to, I'm not joking.
I
My
actually,
grandparents told me about this. They would go to church. White
yeah.
folks would go to church, and after church, they would turn around and yo, what you want to do? Let's have a picnic. You know what I'm saying?
So
That's what it
Eddie,
meant.
I looked that up. The etymology of picnic. It's a. You could be right. I mean, you're right. I think, but it started. It's the etymology is a French word, but people could have definitely said, "Let's have a picnic" as
Yeah,
code for
pick a
that.
nigga.
Yeah, pick a nigga. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what it
I
was.
yeah,
And that was in
yeah,
South Carolina back when she was a kid. So I mean, it's like one of the things we have to do as black folks is we have to understand, man, that what's going on right now, man, this could be our last chance, man, in our lifetime. We will never see another opportunity like this in our lifetime. Everything that everybody else has done, I don't care if you're talking Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, Stokely Carmichael, all them brothers, all the way back, man, to Frederick Douglass. Everything they did leads to this moment right now. That's how important this is. That's how important this damn election is at this point, man.
yeah,
Because,
man.
because believe me, right there, this dude gets in, and there's gonna be a lot of picnics.
Yeah. It was crazy. I was watching Roland Martin, one of my favorite shows, and they were going in, and they're making this point, and the Trump people are too. Black women are doing their thing. Like he made black women are organizing.
Never stop doing this.
Yeah, they never stop. The Black Lives Matter, all that shit. Black women, black men. That shit with Ice Cube, 50 Cent. That's who they're trying to pick off.
Yeah, because that's always been. You have to understand the hardest thing to do, man. Is to go after a sister. It's one of the hardest things you can do.
Yeah.
Is actually go after black women, because black women just don't sit back and they just don't.
Yeah.
You have to understand there's a reason why black women are the most educated at this point. They have more college degrees, they have more education than anybody. They're the fastest growing educational group in this country.
Yeah.
That includes white men, everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want to channel, you want to pull out some brain power, mess with a sister, get your feelings hurt. That's not saying white people are not smart. That's not saying Asians are not smart. That's not saying Latinos are not smart. What I'm saying is that the stats show, man, that the most educated group right now are black women, and they're not playing games, man.
Oh no, no doubt. Yeah, they're not playing. Well, women in general hate Trump. Like women in general. Trump is just hated by women. Period. Like white women, Indian, Samoan. They don't like him. They don't like Trump at all. But yeah, black women. But that's the thing with the thing with Ice Cube. What's your opinion on that? I have mine, but
I've been watching. One of the things that I will tell you now, we have a show called Five Black Comics. If you shows on Facebook, you can go to Edward H. Clark, it's Five Black Comics with Carl Yard, and it's on every Saturday at 5 p.m. on Facebook, on YouTube. And one of the things Carl often talks about is how quickly that we as black people are too quick to rip down a brother if they make a mistake. We can't afford to do that.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
I agree. Yes.
I think at the end of the day, Ice Cube, his reputation is out there. We know who Ice Cube is. This ain't Kanye West. This is Ice.
Yeah, this is Ice.
We know exactly who the hell Ice Cube is.
Yeah.
And for Ice Cube to do what he did and go to both of the things and act, and he said, this is what he said, the Biden campaign basically didn't try to take him seriously. So he went to the other one and said, yo, man, you want to check me out? But the thing about it is I do agree with what some people have said, man. He kind of was going for the shiny object. You know what I'm saying? The National Black Caucus, Congressional Black Caucus, they laid out a plan. And I don't know, this is why I tell people, watch the damn news. All right? Don't believe that crap about fake news, all that crap. Watch the damn news. If you don't, like I do, I watch Fox News. You know what I'm saying? I watch Fox News.
I like to watch them when like things are bad for them. Like I
watch it. I like it all the time because you don't know what they thinking, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the thing about it is
Trump loses, I'll be watching Fox News. I'll be cracking up.
I think it was 3 years ago. I think it was about 3 years ago that the National Congressional Black Caucus came to Trump with a plan for black people.
Yeah. And they talked about it. Pence came in the room. He came in the room and he said, "Oh, we gotta get out this room because they have to do something here." And I think Clyburn looked at Trump like, "Aren't you the president? Why is he telling you you can't use your own damn room?"
And that's
yeah. But that was the bullshit. Like Pence was supposed to come in there and stop that meeting.
And
that's the bullshit.
That's the whole thing. The whole thing was set up from the jump. It was set up totally from the jump.
They had plans.
If you fell for it, you got your feelings hurt.
Yeah, they had plans. That's the thing with Cube. We've had plans. There have been plans for black people all along.
It didn't just happen yesterday, bro.
Yeah.
That's the point I've been trying to tell brothers for the longest time. This stuff did not just happen yesterday. Right? You know, and Cube was, and I think Cube's intentions were good because we know who Cube is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If Kanye had to come with this, you say, okay, we know the hack.
Yeah, it's some bullshit.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, man, is we know who Ice Cube is. And
I know Ice Cube
is. Ice Cube with the meme and the I actually believe a lot of these memes that you see with Ice Cube with the Trump hair and all that crap, man.
Yeah,
I think ain't nothing but Trump supporters, man.
They did that shit with Jay-Z. They did that shit with Jay-Z. They did anytime you disagree with them, like you go against the masses sometimes, they're gonna do that. That's social media. That's what they do.
That's right.
But with Cube, my issue with Cube was this. First of all, Cube is not political. I can tell by that. He's not political. He's not politically well versed. He's just a guy who was trying to do something. He's trying to do some good, and he got used. He got used by. It was a great analogy. I saw it online. Was the guy from Die Hard? Remember the guy who
Bruce Willis?
No, not Bruce Willis. The guy he was working with his wife, and the dudes took over the building. He's like, "Hey, I'm a deal maker. I'll make a deal with them."
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
And he goes in there, he has his feet up on the table, drinking. Hey, can I get a Coke? He's like, yeah, I know what you guys want. Oh, you, and the guy was like, oh, you do? Oh, tell us what we want. And the guy thought all smug. He's talking to Bruce Willis, and what happens?
They got a gun in my head, man. He's gonna shoot me.
Yeah, and he gets shot because he thought he. So it's kind of like with Ice Cube. Ice Cube came with the best intentions.
Yeah.
But only thing Trump wants and his people, Ice Cube came to us and talked to us. How about that?
And did you see how quick? You see how the other McEnany and the other one, the one
Pearson, Katrina Pearson,
she
shoplifter.
She couldn't wait. hats off to Ice Cube. First of all,
haters gonna hate. Yeah.
Katrina, we black. We don't say hats off. I'm just saying. We don't say that. Sorry to disappoint you, baby. We don't talk that way. Last I heard.
Yeah, she's been around Trump people too long. Yeah. That's the first thing that happens. And see, that's another thing. Roland Martin asked Ice Cube straight up, who'd you talk to? He couldn't tell you because it was nobody. You didn't talk to anybody. You didn't talk to anybody higher up who had anybody's ear in the president.
That's right.
They took your name and
played you.
Once
they didn't walk in the White House. You were played.
Yeah, you didn't. Your plan is there. Their plan is a one-page stupid plan. No details in it or nothing. A platinum plan. Platinum. Like bling blinging. What is this? A Lil Wayne video? Platinum. That's the first thing I thought. Like, what the fuck? A platinum plan? Platinum ain't even the best shit. It should be gold. Gold is better than platinum. It's worth more. But that's another story. But yeah, like come on. And unfortunately, Cube got played. Donald Trump's done that to Steve Harvey. Remember, Steve Harvey went to the White House. And it was just a photo op. And look at that picture of Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey's like, why the fuck did I do this? You could just tell he fucked up.
Yo, do you don't think he kicked himself in the ass on a regular basis?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Trump is fucking he's toxic. You go by him, you get it on you. That doing for Chrisette Michelle, which he sung for him. People go with him with the best intention because he's the fucking president.
Yep.
What he does is he takes your black ass, like he did Kanye West. Now, Kanye West was part of it, but he still took his black ass, sat him in the White House, and let him go off like that.
And let him talk trash. I couldn't believe that some of the stuff he was saying.
Destroyed himself.
He said, "Yo, Mr. President, you ain't never been a nigga like me." I said, "Oh my God." And I saw the white folks going, I told you that's what they were. Yeah, them white folks. I was mortified when I saw that.
White folks love a black dude who does that, man. They need
that
black dude that says what because then they can say, we're not racist.
How many
look at this guy. He's black and he gets us. That's tokenism.
How many times have I showed you these things where these guys can't find any other argument. So what they do is they find a lackey with our skin color to say exactly what they say. Like, I'm not intelligent enough to understand the BS you talking. I need to hear BS from these people.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's a point you have to understand exactly. You know, the one thing that probably bugs me more than anything else is the idea that you have Trump supporters that will tell you that they don't believe in racism. There is no way in hell you can support Donald
I don't see color. I love that one.
Yeah. But here's the deal. If you are a Trump supporter, you are supporting racism. Trump's racism isn't even the same as what you see in the part. The potential damage you could do to the fabric of this nation is so damn profound, it's not even funny. So his candidacy raised a question. Can you support Trump without supporting racism? You know, and I don't think you can.
I don't think you can.
I don't think you can, man. You look at, I'll give you a perfect example. Back in the day, Thomas Jefferson is supposed to be this really great guy. You know, had the sister in a room, and so she couldn't run away. Then takes her to Paris and leaves her family back there talking about she could have left anytime she wanted. Yeah, and left her mama back on the plantation. Yo, man, she knew what time it was.
Yeah.
she knew what time. But Jefferson,
it's implicit rape. Like, it's implicit rape.
Jefferson said that he did not believe in slavery, that he was against the idea of slavery. Had slaves, but he didn't like the idea.
Yeah.
He lived in Virginia, by the way, where it was legal. But let's not quibble. Right?
That's like saying I hate raping women, but I do it.
Yeah.
I hate it, but I have to do it.
This guy sat back. He knew it was wrong. He also knew that the taking, kidnapping of people from their homes, putting them in chains and forcing them under threat of violence or death to work for free is wrong. And the idea that the people in this country were leading some kind of global revolution, when they turned around after they had the Continental Congress came together and everybody spoke about the evils of slavery, they took that shit out of the Constitution initially. It wasn't there.
Yeah.
You know, they were trying, the money was down in southern states with that cotton and all that. Tax money was rolling in. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't giving none of that up. They was not. The only way they could hold the country together, man, was by letting them do what they wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? And you got to remember, we went through all this stuff from 1600s to now, man, continued until 2008. Barack Obama is elected president. And you got to remember, that's more than 100 years after the Emancipation of Proclamation, man.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? After 100 years.
Well, what, 30 years after the Civil Rights Act? 30 years?
40 years after after Martin Luther King was killed.
Yeah.
Black man is now the president, right? And for some reason, we fell asleep. We started thinking that, oh man, brother's in. It was
shit sweet.
The real amongst us understood. But there are a lot of people that sat back and said, yo, man, we good now. Black man president, shit gonna change. It wasn't that kind of party. You know what I'm saying? There was no way in hell after 392 years of this kind of oppression from day one was suddenly going to turn into a black man shows up. Oh, we gonna be good now. Don't worry about it.
It's bigger than one person. I don't get people that be like that. Like people say it all the time. What is Biden going to do for the white? What do you want him to do? Like, what do you expect from a president? One person can't change this shit. This shit is embedded. It's going to take time, money, healing, education, all that shit. Like one person ain't going to change. So I don't expect that from Biden. I don't expect that from anyone, man. He can help. He can do stuff. He can write legislation, sign it.
Do you remember when Donald Trump came into the political fray and decided he wanted to run for president?
Yeah.
Right after Barack Obama, when Barack Obama had won, the first thing he started was this birther stuff. He started with this Obama citizen stuff, right? Yeah. They had already and it wasn't the first time, man. When George H.W. Bush, man, did it on Mike Dukakis with Willie Horton. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand this playbook has run several times before. You know, and we have been warned that, like I said before, this will be the last chance in our lifetime we have to make a significant change. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I've been telling people, get your ass out here and vote. Donald Trump is not new. If Donald Trump and the stink of Donald Trump will be around for years, man. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
If you walk in, if a dog comes in your house right now and takes a shit in your living room, you can clean it up, but that stink gonna stick around.
Yeah, it's gonna stick around.
And that's what people don't understand about. That's why the only time Republicans ever win is when black people don't vote and Democrats become apathetic. That's the only time they win. Every time you piss off black folks, liberals, and Democrats, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
You know, they never get in. They lose everything.
Yeah.
They lose everything.
Yeah, they're on some burn the house down if this barn doors ain't opening. Like, right. Like a lot of people are on that shit. So I hope I'm still kind of, it's kind of weird. It's like anxiety plus optimism at the same time. Like you get in the polls, but we all remember 2016 and those polls.
But that's, you know, the reason is, man, is because of guys like Donald Trump, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to understand, Trump isn't like any other creature we've ever seen before. For years, we've been screaming every time a Republican came along, the devil's here, the devil's here. The devil finally showed up. We wasn't ready. This cat comes out and wears his whiteness like it's a badge of honor, man.
Yes.
He takes all these racist groups, man, and he had, you know, and he plays and he mines that racial divide, man, for number political advantage. Right. Yeah. And he treats it like, well, yo, it's not just us. The rest of the world feels the same way. Yeah. If you dark skin, there's no room for you. That's the way he freaking feels, man. I mean, the sad truth is that America, there are plenty of people ready to get down on the racist tip with him. And that's the part we're missing. There are plenty of people ready to get down with that. If this guy is reelected, man, do you realize the divide in this country, what it's going to do to this country, man?
Yeah.
That's why what Barack Obama said tonight was so damn important, man.
All right, and I missed that too.
Well, tonight, man, he was in Philadelphia.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
I was there, my brother. I was there.
Oh, you were there. Oh,
yeah. You have to understand, man. And while he was doing that, you had cats, man. Trump supporters were outside.
Yeah, I was out there shouting. I read about that. They were trying to outshout him.
You could hear him, man. They're trying to outshout him. They're screaming, and the N-word flew. I mean, they went nuts. Then they got dudes with bullhorns, man. And
tiki torches,
man. I ain't even feeling that. Brock said, I ain't even feeling that, man.
Yeah.
He said, I ain't even feeling that nonsense. You know what I'm saying? And he just did what he had to do, got finished, walked on. And I guarantee you, with that many black folks up in there, I guarantee you, by the time that was over, them Trump supporters were gone.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And then when I brought it up on Facebook, the first thing this guy told me, well, I said, can you imagine if that had happened? I saw that. And the dude puts his up. No, it didn't happen. No, dude, there were riots going on at the time. My man decided to do it in the middle of a riot like it was 1968. Yeah. Trump pulls these racial and divisive situations. He pulls these things in. And he is, if you look, everything he's done, man, is from a playbook from the past. Right? I don't care if you talk about when they riot, when you loot, we shoot, all that stuff, man. Yeah. He rips that stuff. He must coded language. He don't read worth a damn, apparently, man, when it comes down to doing with his job. Yeah. But damn it, he found a way to read somebody. What can I do to black people today? What can I do to separate people today? Oh, in 1865 they did this, or in 1963 they did this. And every time he does it, somebody calls him out on it. Every single time.
I'm just hoping on election day we win Texas. Like stuff like that. If it lingers till Friday and we're still counting votes, that's just going to give them ammunition. That shit's just it's going to be a slow fire. But if we kick their ass on election day, where ain't no Supreme Court decisions, no shit like that. But man, this shit lingers on, or it's a tight race, Trump can say, oh, these elections were thrown away here, or some bullshit like that.
It ain't gonna happen, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to understand, I think at the end of the day, I believe there are enough people in the Congress, there are enough people that will say it ain't that kind of party. There are enough Republicans to realize it ain't that kind of party.
Oh yeah,
dude. Most Republicans don't want. Most Republicans don't want this. Most Republicans don't want this dude. Ben Sass, from the Bronx.
Oh yeah.
He was the first. He was the first one. You know what I'm saying? You can't really
think that was an act. Eddie, you think that was an accident?
Homeboy, I don't know. He just came out with it. He came out with it. He just like, yo.
That wasn't no accident. That shit came out.
Like, oh my God. I said Ben Sass, but Ben Sass has always been like that.
Yeah.
Dude,
I mean,
he doesn't play the game.
they could have voted against him for impeachment, and they wouldn't even be in this mess. If they had just said,
that's why most of them are cowards, because my attitude is very simple, right? And you got to remember, keep in mind, and I don't mind telling your viewers straight up the top, I was Republican until 2 months ago.
Oh yeah, Eddie. I don't know if y'all don't know Eddie. Well, let me tell about this man here. Star of Luke Cage. I'll say that you had a bigger role than I did. I was just fucking drug dealer on the street. Luke Cage, Orange is the New Black.
They didn't pay me like a star.
I know. They don't. You know what? People see me on TV. My nephews and nieces, my cousin. Oh, you on TV? You a celebrity? Like, no.
It ain't that kind of party.
Nah, ain't that kind of party. You know, ain't no pussy involved. Ain't none of that shit.
Yeah, I didn't get to sleep with the hot woman in the day.
I know. You was on camera with them.
My man Mike got to do that. I was looking at it the whole time after they were doing that scene to lock him up. I was looking at it. I was like,
you're talking about Misty Knight, or what's her name? Oh yeah, she's gorgeous.
Too fine.
She was fine.
Words. And as normal can be. Women that fine usually aren't that normal, but
I didn't get to talk to her. I'm an extra. They don't talk to us. We can't talk to them.
She's normal. What's up? How you doing? She was cool.
Yeah, she was great. Great. She gave me that look, like she has those beautiful eyes. This beautiful woman.
Yeah.
I did that. I worked in that set like 3 or 4 times. You also was on Orange is the New Black, Law and Order. What else? Am I missing something?
Yeah, I don't know. I got stuff out there.
Go Google him. IMDb. Eddie Clark. He's been on it all. Yeah. No, but Eddie Clark was a Republican. You were a Republican, right?
Yeah, but I wasn't no crazy Republican.
Yeah, he wasn't crazy.
I believe in market solutions. I had no problem with law and order. Laws was dealt out properly because I was a former police officer.
I don't either. Ex-police officer.
Somewhere along the line, the Republican Party turned in. You have to like hate people. Now you gotta tell a woman. I ain't never had no period. I ain't never had no cramp. I ain't never had no baby. What the hell do I do getting involved with what a woman does with a body? It's none of my business.
Yeah.
It's none of my business.
It's nobody's business but her and the doctor. Exactly. I don't get that.
You gotta hate foreigners.
Abortion should be totally off the record because it's between her and her doctor. It really doesn't involve nobody else.
No man should be involved in it.
Even if she wants to get rid of her because she has a party to go to next weekend. Yeah. None of your business. I know you're going to say it's fucked up, but it's none of your business either way. It's none of your business. I'm glad you mentioned that you were ex-police officer in Mount Vernon, correct? Or should Mount Vernon, New York. Give me your take on all the police. We talked about this, but my viewers haven't heard your opinion on it. What is your take on George Floyd? Kenosha, not Kenosha. It wasn't Kenosha. That was the shooting of the white boy. There's so many names, you forget them,
Exactly.
Breonna Taylor. Yeah.
That's
Breonna Taylor. So much shit. What is your take on this? Because you always give me a unique perspective from a police officer. You were a police officer, so give us your take.
Let's start first of all with George Floyd. George Floyd was murdered.
Yeah, that was he was murdered.
He was murdered in front of the whole country, man.
Yeah.
And what cracks me up is not only was he murdered, but they let the guy get bail. I want you to picture for a second a black man who is charged with 2 counts of murder and manslaughter and gets bail. If you know anybody, I'm telling your listeners, comic156 at msn.com. That's my please email me the information.
And forward that to me. I want to see these motherfuckers.
Yo, give me the information where a black man was charged with 2 counts of murder, and a count of manslaughter. And it's on video of him killing a white man. Yo, killing anybody for over 2 minutes. Over 9 minutes, almost 9 minutes. Show me where that brother was allowed to walk. And I'll tell you what, I'll come out here tomorrow. I will come out publicly and I will wear Trump stuff and I will go to the polls and tell people to vote for Trump. Just show me one. You can't. You know what I'm saying? We don't get bail. We don't get bail for domestic dispute.
We don't. Yeah.
Say it. We don't get bail for jaywalking. You know what I'm saying? So don't tell me white privilege doesn't exist. You have to keep this on the 100, man.
Or how about
every white person is the devil? I don't.
Yeah.
You know, and that's another thing. We say white folks, man. The only people who get offended when I say white folks is the white folks
the ones that
wrong.
Yeah, the ones that are doing wrong.
You know, I ain't talking to you. If you upset, I'm talking to you.
Or how about the white boy in Kenosha? Can you imagine a black dude just murdered 3 people? Everybody yelling, he killed somebody right there.
Forget all that. Imagine a black man when a riot's going on, or whatever's happening.
Yeah.
Having a long rifle, and walking by the cops without them saying a word to him.
Shit. That's even more amazing. He's walking to them saying, "Hey, I shot somebody." Cop just said,
he walked with his hands up.
Go on, get out of here, kid.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Here's some water.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Get some water. Gave him water. Gave them water.
Yeah.
Breonna Taylor. Let's
My problem with Breonna Taylor is multifaceted. The first problem I have with it is they want the idea that this search warrant was based on a dude that she had dated and had broken up with months ago. Yep. Nobody bothered to check by the house and see it. What did she think? She was like, they were running a train on it because they knew the other dude was in there. So they think there was 2 of them in there. Hey, that's my ex-girlfriend, because that's what black folks do, Yeah, we say, hey, I know it's my ex-girlfriend, but yo, you want to hit that one more time, man?
Yeah.
Yo, man, it's like, first of all, they didn't get the facts straight. Second of all, what bothered me is the guy that initially put the to the best of my knowledge right now, the guy that initially went for the warrant, right, has never been charged, never been questioned, as far as concerned, as far as I understand, not even an internal investigation in the police department. The other thing that bugs me is if you break it, now you have a state where everybody can carry a gun. Of course, well, not black people, because when they say Second Amendment, they never mean us.
They meant to keep us slaves down. They
never meant us.
That's what the Second Amendment was for. That's what the Second Amendment was for.
That was to protect them in case another Nat Turner showed up. That's all about.
That's what that was about. Yeah.
But here's the deal.
They don't want to talk about that. But
you bust into a dude's house, you don't announce, and I honestly believe they did not announce. They didn't announce because
neighbors said they didn't announce.
When I was on the job, we would do raids like that, and I'm telling you right now, there was no such thing as a no-knock warrant, but basically we kicked the door and run in.
Yeah,
we did. Excuse me, Mr. Drug Dealer.
Yeah.
Police.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
You by the time they hollered, police, get your hands up, show your hands, all that stuff, we were already halfway through the crib.
Yeah.
You're already there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, like, it's not unbelievable these guys didn't just go in, run in there, and start going wild. If somebody breaks into your door, man, you gonna do it. If you got a piece, you gonna do the same thing he did. My girl's in there, you rolling up. It ain't that kind of party. Pop. You know what I'm saying? And what do? They don't even ask questions. Now, as a police officer, I understand you have to back up your partner. If I got a cop that's shot, yes, some shots are probably gonna fly.
Yeah.
My shot's gonna fly. There's no doubt about it. I have to be honest about that.
Yeah.
But let's be realistic. At some point, man, especially my man that got charged, which was bullshit. My man got charged with that
firing or shooting police.
Shooting in somebody's house. Now apparently they just went nuts, started shooting everywhere they thought they saw somebody. And you know how people are, they're gonna look out the window, what's up? You know what I'm saying? The white people next door to her is what he was charged for.
Yeah.
They found shots in the black people who live above them.
Yeah, they didn't get charged.
No charge. You nearly risk a white person's life.
Yeah.
So you want to keep it 100 or not. All right. The thing that irks the hell out of me about that whole thing is what I like to call now, what I'm calling now the Chauvin attitude. Because each one of those cops, when you saw them when it was all said and done, they all had that look. The same one. Remember when Chauvin was killing George Floyd? Just like,
yeah, I did it, motherfucker. Yeah,
that was a basic attitude. Yeah, and that's why I've been saying, and you see me say it on Facebook a bunch of times, man. One of the things we got to do, we got to get rid of bad cops. Bad cops got to go. And I'm telling you, the beginning of that starts with Trump going. You understand?
Yeah.
People say, "Oh, it's not right to say that," but when Trump went to Long Island and stood in front of those cops.
Oh, I remember that shit.
Nice and kind to these criminals. And why are you so nice to them? You hold their head. Yeah, you don't have to hold their head when you put them in the door. He was essentially telling them, feel free to rough somebody up. We got this.
And what were those cops doing in the background? Laughing, giggling,
and
smiling.
all of and if you take a good look, unless I'm mistaken, every last one of them were white.
Yeah.
Every last one of those cops were white.
And right after that, I think the chief of their police force said, no, we don't condone that. You know, we don't condone this behavior. Of course, he has to say that now. Like yeah, you have to. Like, yeah. I mean, will it get better though? I mean, what could be done? Do we need more body cams? Do we need more? Because we're not getting rid of the police. You know, defund the police. And that doesn't mean get rid of the police, but that's how conservatives are taking it. Like, oh, you get rid of the police. No, it means taking funding to another thing to prevent these things from happening. It's like preventive care when you go to the doctor to check for your, you know, for your biopsies and all that, to check for later shit to happen and keep yourself healthy. But we need the police. I agree. Like, motherfuckers out here, I don't want them near me. You know, like, we need the police.
Exactly.
And they're not going nowhere.
Exactly.
They're not going nowhere. You know, and there's black cops and there's good cops. There's good white cops. But you're right. We need to get rid of the bad cops. And there's that system. Their system does not work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
One of the things that actually starts with straight out of the police department is good cops have to start pointing out bad cops.
Yeah.
Good cops have to start showing bad cops the door. Good cops have to start reporting when these guys start doing really messed up stuff. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The second some cop, man, just for fun decides he just wants to rough up a black person, all right, a good cop needs to speak on that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, see, I look at what happened with a lot of these cops the same way a lot of people look at the blatant way in which people are being murdered. They're ignoring what these bad cops are doing. And that's one of the biggest problems, right?
Yeah.
And then you got these police unions that no matter what a cop does, man.
Yeah, they're the worst.
They're
the worst.
They're either quiet or they don't say nothing.
They're the worst.
I mean, you gotta understand, you realize, man, that
they give unions a bad name.
You realize that since January 2015, something like 4,700 people have died in police shootings. All right. 1,252 of them were black. 877 of them were Hispanic, and 214 from other racial groups.
That disparity is.
And I'm talking about unarmed people that aren't white.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Now you got to remember, we take up a little bit less than 13% of U.S.
13% of the population. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yet we getting popped.
Yeah.
At a bigger rate than everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's crazy. If you look at you got to figure for every 30 million black people in this country, it's something like about 1,200 and something total deaths. Think about it.
Yeah.
For every 12 million white people, right? The total deaths for every 12 million white people is about 2,300.
You know, I never understood that about people, especially like a lot of conservatives. We're only 13%. Most of the prison always fucked with even if the unemployment before COVID, the unemployment rate was low, we were still 4 points behind white people. There was still a gap. It's still a gap. Even when shit is going good, we are still underachieving what our counterparts are. That's always the case. That's the problem. You can't ignore that problem. That problem is there. Even when things are going good, that problem is there. I talk to conservatives. I talk to people on I I went at it with people on your page. You know that, Eddie. I don't give a fuck.
Edward H. Clark, guys, join in. Freedom of speech.
Oh yeah. He allows it. He allows it. He
as
allows
you don't troll.
Yeah.
As long as you don't troll
him. Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah. It's good conversations. You know, I actually appreciate that, because one thing I don't like when I talk to people online, I experienced this earlier today. Talked to a woman. She got mad. Like, this is my page. That's why she basically she posted a thing about Biden, and you know that thing about racial jungle he said about busing and stuff like that. It's taken out of context. You know, he was talking about, when he said racial jungle, he meant bringing kids into one place, because white people, when you integrate, they act a certain way.
Anybody remember Boston in the 70s with the school busing? Remember that?
Oh God.
Remember that?
Yeah. That was a racial jungle. That's what he was talking about, you know. But at any rate, she posted that twice. I'm like, why? All right, what's the point of this? The 94 crime bill, all this stuff at this point in the election. And she was telling me people are uninformed, black people are just voting on it. First of all, and I told her, you got to give us more credit in that. Exactly. We are not on we don't, when they always use it, and the conservatives use that term plantation, you know, because, you know, slave, it's racist to even say that. You don't say anybody else is on the plantation when they vote a certain way. You know, y'all Republicans, y'all vote Republican, y'all don't say you're on a Republican plantation.
Y'all on.
Yeah, what plantation y'all on? But they always say that about us. And I said, stop saying that about black people. Black people are intelligent. We are wise. We are hip. That's why we vote that way. We are not dumb. We are not just going off of just misinformation. We know what's up. We know, like, we save this country when we vote. We say this country's we say this country's ass plenty of times when we vote. And you saw when we didn't vote, we got Trump. So we know, you know, we know it, but she got mad at me and like, oh, get off my page. I'm like, but like, your page is good. But people doing that, they say, get off my page. You're like, well, why the fuck did you post this on social media? People can't disagree with you, you know. But I like that you have your page open. I do. I mean, I go back and forth, but I turn people off right away on my page. Like, fuck that. I'm gonna make you feel dumb on this shit, and then I get blocked. I have a few comedians who block me, so you know, and I know, and I see, I have a few that just blocked me recently. I'm like, I don't give a fuck, you know. Sure. And then and then I got ones I see all the time, and they talk shit to me, and I'm like, all right, yeah, you see me, don't talk to me the same way you do in person that you do on Facebook. You know, I had a few,
it's not, and you have to watch that too, because as soon as you say that, people get this thing like you want to fight them. That's not what I'm saying. Yeah, that's not what I'm saying. Is don't sit and talk that kind of trash, and then when you see me, come up like, hey man, what's up, and then act like you forgot about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not even talking about kicking your ass, but intellectually, you know what I'm saying? Intellectually, face to face, where you just can't walk away from the keyboard. Oh, I will kick your ass that way.
Yeah.
The thing about it is our the intelligence of black people is often undermined by a lot of people. And that's one of the things that we have to learn to make sure these people understand it's not that kind of party anymore. Yeah, like I said, the black man of the 70s, the black man of the 60s, the black man of the 50s, them days is done. All right. And the thing about it is you have to understand, between this and the new drive to control our dollars, which I think is going to be significant, because you look at what happened after George Floyd died. The first thing they did is, what's the first thing they were worried about? Everybody, man. I mean, Porcelana skin fade cream had Black Lives Matter.
So, NFL. Oh, you guys can kneel now.
Everybody loves
NBA.
Us.
Put whatever you want on your jerseys. It's cool.
But you notice even now, it's fading a little bit.
Yeah,
it's starting to fade because they're so used to black people getting upset. And then you throw us some crumbs. Yeah. And suddenly we cool. Yeah. It ain't that kind of party anymore. Yeah. And that's what people have to prepare themselves for. It's not that kind of party. Them days are done. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This is the beginning. And here's the thing that we're pushing, especially on Five Black Comics Call Yard. We're pushing this very hard. After this thing is done and we get rid of Agent Orange, right? Keep the pressure on, because guess what? 2 years from now, we're going to clean. 2 years from now, midterms. Yes. We're going to clean that out.
Yes.
We're going to clean that.
That was the issue I had with Obama when he won. What happened the next 2
Everybody
years?
went lazy.
Yeah. And
Everybody
then
went lazy.
Congress has changed, and they blocked his ass at every point, every turn. And then what y'all do? Y'all went back and blamed Obama. Y'all reelected him, thankfully, but his stallment came from Republicans. They blocked every fucking thing he did because people didn't come out for the midterms. Hopefully you do your thing with Biden, but you got to do that. You got to do it every fucking election. The school board elections. Where your kids? Where your kids go to school at? Vote for those people. Vote.
Everything local. You have to go locally, and you have to work your way through this thing. And that's the part that we have to really pay close attention to. Yeah. There is a time for everything. There's a season for everything. And now is the season for Black folks to say, we ain't taking this no more. All right. So that white privilege you've enjoyed all this time, congratulations. 402 years. It's got to be a record. It's got to be a record, man. You know what I'm saying? But the party's over. You know,
the party's over. Yeah.
It's time to turn out the lights. The party's over.
Yeah. And all you people, I mean, go out and vote. And the people, so many of y'all, I people listening and my friends, I know y'all there. Third party bullshit. I'm not voting bullshit. First of all, if you're not voting, and I say this all the time, if you're not voting, shut the fuck up and let the people who are voting vote. If you're not voting, you're basically saying, I don't give a fuck who wins. I don't give a fuck who's there in office. Because it's not like not voting is going to change. They're going to all disappear. They're not going to disappear. You're still going to have government. Still going to have the same. You're probably going to have the same senators and whoever's there. Or if people don't vote, so they're not going away by not voting. So it's not really a solution that doesn't do anything. It just says you're pissed and you're just walking away from it. But if you're not voting, okay, fine. Let us do our thing. But when you talk about not voting and promote it, that means you are taking a position and you want something to happen.
Exactly.
You want it to happen. Am I wrong?
Can I tell you that here's the deal. If you don't vote, you can't say Black Lives Matter. Because if you don't vote, Black lives don't matter to you.
Yeah.
If you don't vote, you can't say a damn thing about the fact that Breonna Taylor was murdered and those cops got away with it.
Yeah.
Right. If you don't vote, you have nothing to say about this woman, Comey Barrett, going into the Supreme Court. If you don't vote, you can't bitch about 198 Trump being able to appoint 198 damn judges, all of them white men, all
conservative,
of them white
young.
Men. Let me say that again. All of them white men,
young lifetime appointments.
He couldn't even find what I like to call Tim Scott. He couldn't even find an Uncle Timmy in there,
or a Clarence Thomas.
He could find Uncle Clarence Thomas. He couldn't find Uncle Timmy. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't find a single one. He made sure, he said, I want to make sure, because sometimes Black folks get soft on you. So he didn't want to take no chances. He put nothing but, and a lot of those people that he put in are in for life. Those appellate guys are in for life.
And they're young. They're young.
They will be
like Kavanaugh.
They're going to be able to screw people like it's nobody's business.
Exactly.
I'm telling you.
So there's no vote.
And Clarence Thomas is the next oldest justice. Do you think Uncle Clarence is going to just sit up? He's old as hell now. You think for 1 second, his wife, who I still don't believe gives a damn about him, but his wife is going to make sure his black ass stays in there until they can get until sooner or later another Republican gets in.
They're going to weaken in Bernie. They're going to.
It's a very good chance they may not be another Republican president for the next 20 years.
Yeah, they're going to weaken and Bernie his ass until.
He'll be dead. They say he'll be dead until about. It's all right.
There was a show you was on, the Law and Order episode. I remember I was Warren, was it Ned Beatty? He was a judge, and his clerk was typing everything, and he was just reading everything, and they figured that shit out. I think that's Clarence Thomas right now. I don't think he I haven't heard him talk in a while, so maybe
Clarence ain't got a whole lot to say.
Maybe he short circuited or
Clarence can't even go to Ben's Chili Bowl in Washington, man. My man tried to go there a couple of years ago, got booed.
Oh no, he's not invited to the barbecue.
He can't go to barbecue. He go to picnic, but he can't go to barbecue.
So no voting. Then there's third party voters, third party people. Here's my issue with the Green Party and all these. Where the fuck are they when there isn't a presidential election?
Exactly.
Where are they at?
It's
Where they
you
at?
have to, a lot of these people, Jill Stein, all these
Oh
folks,
yeah, God.
it's trying to get a little name for themselves.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what a
it.
lot of that's all about.
That's it. That's
It's
all
just
that's
trying to
about.
get a little name.
That's
Hey,
why there's
remember
20
me?
people. There was 20 people running for the Democratic ticket that knew they had
They
no
knew
damn
pretty
chance.
damn well
That
they had no
yeah,
shot.
yeah, no
They knew they
shot.
had no
But your
shot.
name comes
The
out
smart,
there. Yeah,
the smartest one out of all of them was Andrew Yang.
yeah.
Smartest one of the bunch.
Oh yeah, he was the
And they were the
smartest one.
first. They were the first ones he bumped off.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. He's
Beto
the smartest
O'Rourke.
one.
I mean,
Yeah,
Beto O'Rourke had his moment when he had Texas. He had a chance to be a Texas Senate. He blew that.
yeah. He
You know what I'm saying? He was there and he blew
Yeah,
it. But Andrew Yang
yeah,
was the smartest one of the damn bunch, man.
yeah,
They couldn't wait to get rid of him.
yeah.
It
Yeah, it's just a name recognition. Yeah, I agree, man. It because I live in Newark. I never see along with Republicans, I don't see Green Party people out here or Liberty. I don't see any of them motherfuckers. You know, they don't run for Congress, they don't run for mayors, governorship. I never hear them. You never hear them running for any
When
of
it
these
comes down to
things.
president, it comes to siphoning off votes, man.
Yeah, that's
And
all it's about.
the thing about it is see the difference between um the Democratic wing and the Republican wing. The biggest difference is the Democrats will chastise you a little bit and tell you like, hey, come on, man, you can't do Green Party. You gotta come over and join with us. You gotta come hang out with us. You know what I'm saying? So we can get this thing done. Republicans, those people sit and think, well, you know what? I love the Klan, I love the Communist Party, but hell, I got to make sure them Negroes don't win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So their attitude is, I mean, don't get me wrong, they don't disavow the Klan. They don't disavow the David Dukes. They just go ahead and vote for Republican, got to vote for and say, yo, give us some judges and stop abortions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
They don't
give a
care.
fuck. They don't care.
They don't outnumber Democrats in this country. They out-organize Democrats in this country.
Yes.
We get comfortable. They get, and I'll tell you the next thing they're going to do. Mark my words. If somehow or another, to keep themselves in power, they're going to legalize pot all over this country.
Mm-hmm.
That's the next thing they're going to do.
Yeah.
And then dudes will be like, yo, man, I get nice, right? And they'll do it just, like I even noticed on the New Jersey ballot, right? On the back of the ballot,
yeah.
Legalizing pot. I think that's the next thing. That's the next thing. Because there were 3 Republicans, man, that stopped it from being legalized last year.
Yeah.
But the deal is these guys all in now, and the Republicans say, hey, wait, what? You can't vote for me, man? Come on, I got you nice, right?
Yeah.
I got you nice.
Yeah.
I helped you open your pot store, even though the federal government still won't let them put it in the bank.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we helped you open the pot store. We knew CBD wasn't what you wanted. We hooked you up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And these fools sit back, and I call them fools. They'll sit back and go, yo, man, let's, forget that, man. Yo, we got some pot, man. We nice. It's election day. You know what I'm saying? You ever notice how all the things, think about it like this, and pay very close attention this year. I haven't looked at the TV guide yet, but I've looked at it in the past with this kind of stuff. If you pay attention to election time, watch what the television does. Now, they might not do it this year because Black Lives Matter, but usually they'll put on stuff that'll distract you. They'll put on the game of the week. They'll put on Tuesday. They already did like Tuesday Night Football. Yeah. I saw it last week. I went, football on Tuesdays?
Tuesday.
Any election coming up on Tuesday? So for all this Black Lives Matter stuff, these guys are still white and they still about their money at the end of the day.
Yeah.
They still about they are tolerating, for the sake of making their money. They're gonna give a little bit of leash to even the players. Okay, y'all can bend this week. Let's see how many of them are on their knees dropping the knee next year, next season. Let's see how many of them do it at the Super Bowl.
See, we got 8 minutes. we're gonna end this, but let's talk final round, whatever you want to call it. COVID. First of all, is everybody, you and your family, safe?
Everybody's good at this time, including my black ass.
Yeah, mine too.
Because I'm right in that age, man. I'm over 60. I'm black. I'm a little bit overweight. Oh Lord.
I'm gonna tell you guys something I didn't even tell on Facebook yet. I'm not gonna tell you guys where I work at because I don't have it on my thing. I work at a school. I'm an art teacher, and there's a teacher at our school who got it, and it's a charter school. Guess what? We are not unionized. Guess what we had to do? Take our asses back to work.
Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah, and see, that's what I'm thinking. Like, if we're a public school, shut that shit with a union with a. So that's what I'm saying. The cop union is horrible, but unions in general, these are what they are for. So, I feel like a guinea pig, Eddie. I feel like a guinea pig. Like like what the other schools can do, even if somebody gets fucking sick there. I'm just hoping nobody else does. I'm just hoping.
But if you do, I got exactly what the government gonna give you. All right, here it is.
Blank check.
That's oh,
I thought he was gonna give me a blank,
no, my brother,
a rip check, a ripped up
that's
check.
all it's gonna be. That's what their solution. Everything with Trump in, their solution is a band-aid.
Oh yeah, herd immunity. Herd immunity. Yeah, herd immunity.
Herd immunity.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's funny. It's funny. These, they're really big on the Bible, but they're really on some Darwinistic shit when it comes to this COVID shit. Yeah, let the best survive out. They're really on that shit. I don't know. They're not doing anything else.
This is what's going on, and you have to be realistic about it. And until we take this thing seriously, we can't do what we always do. We get comfortable, take the crumbs, and move on. We have to go past that.
Yeah,
that time is past, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying that time is past.
Yeah, people let their guard down.
I got news for you. After Biden wins this thing, and I'm telling you this to your listeners right now, the same we'll be telling them on our show, right? Don't go after these guys. Don't get on Facebook, start messing with anybody. All right? We as Black people have been lynched, killed, families separated, women raped, our children snatched out of the womb and murdered. You know what I'm saying? Enslaved, had teeth knocked out, bones broken, legs, limbs chopped off. You know what I'm saying? Work till we passed out and then woken up just so they can kill our ass.
Raped and lynched, sold off our children. Yes.
Sold our kids off. We think about it. It'd be so easy for us to take the attitude that they take. If anybody should be willing to say, Second Amendment, give me a gun, let's go out and start lynching people, it should be us.
Yeah.
Right? We are the most forgiving people in the history of the world.
Yeah.
For all the stuff that's happened to Black people, there's never been any kind of revolution. We ain't looking to shoot nobody and go nuts. But take this as a warning, man. Don't take our this situation as a sign of weakness. You know what I'm saying? Because they keep doing, if Biden wins, Trump supporters gonna go off. Don't mess around and get your ass kicked. Don't mess around and get your ass kicked.
You say that, Eddie, but there's a few groups I'm in. I might just be like sarcastic, like, "Hey, y'all all right? Y'all good? Y'all need a hug or something." There's a few groups they just talk the most shit all year. Oh God, I can't wait to see their. I can't wait to lick their tears. I can't wait to lick their salty tears.
I can't wait to collect all these dinners, man, because I got a lot of these. I got like 10 dudes, man. That bet me dinner. And
I've seen that. I've seen that.
I go to.
You're gonna be eating good, Eddie.
This place in Clifton. There's this place in Clifton called the Portuguese Tavern. Yo, I'm hanging out there a lot.
Oh yeah, you're gonna
be hanging out there a lot, man.
Eating good.
They gonna be bringing. That's where you got. That's where you gonna be feeding me.
If they don't leave the country, that's what they claiming now.
And yeah, that's another thing too. If Biden win, I'm gonna leave the country.
Leave.
To a lot of these rednecks, what does that mean? The next county? Give me a break.
Yeah. Around the corner to the other whore's house.
I mean, this. I'm gonna leave the country. What are you gonna do? I mean, because you have to understand when you live in a country, man, where the most powerful guy in the world is doing dog whistles, man. That's a problem.
Yeah,
that's a major problem.
That is a huge problem.
Hey, white women in suburban, love me. I saved your damn neighborhoods. From what?
Yeah. The only thing missing from there you said was white women, but we know you could just fill in that blank. White women, suburbia. Even though there are mad Black people living in suburbia.
I live in suburbia, player.
It was like a hybrid kind of situation, but I kind of grew up in suburbia outside of Newark. Orange just kind of like was a suburb of Newark.
Yeah.
There was still Jewish people around the corner from me when I grew up. So yeah. But yeah, we grew up in the suburb. Right? My mom was a nurse, my dad was a truck driver. They made money. But yeah, we grew up in the suburb.
I grew up in Mount Vernon, New York, man. Denzel Washington lived like 5 blocks from me.
Yeah, JB Smooth.
Yeah, Smooth was there.
Heavy D.
Heavy D, all them dudes. I used to go to the same barbershop, Modern Barbershop on Columbus and 3rd. I mean, all of these guys, I'll be sure live a block from me. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, man, it's like, please, don't tell me suburbia is all white. You trying to save it from what? What you trying to save it from?
Well,
you notice he ain't trying to save it from the Klan. They putting all them posters out there talking about join the Klan. You notice he ain't said nothing about saving them from the Klan. Right?
Oh, Proud Boys, stand back, stand by. Yeah. Proud Boys, stand back, stand by. Yeah, like he basically gave them marching order. Like the president of the United States gave a
racist
group marching orders in a presidential debate.
Oh, by the way, a racist group with a black leader.
Oh, that motherfucker!
Oh, is that the funniest
he
thing
wasn't even a
ever heard?
leader, and not only that, he was Cuban. So
They made him black.
and I'm a quarter Cuban. I'm not saying they're racist. I'm a quarter Cuban. I'm saying a lot of Cubans respect the Republicans from since Reagan. There's no confusion, no surprise that one of them would be a conservative. Like Cuban, a lot of Cubans are.
I couldn't believe that crap. They made him black, but they told us Kamala's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, hey,
Kamala has a Jamaican father. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Jamaican is like 80 times black. Like,
but them Jamaicans many years ago were slave owners. Ooh.
Oh God.
It's too funny, man.
Man, look at you. If you're a light skin, look at your skin color. You had a white person rape your family member, and that's what happened. That happened a lot. It happened. You had a lot of us have white slave owners, black people, because that's what happened. They made laws. It used to be the law where you take the whatever your father was. So if your father, that was English law, and I learned this in college. It fucked me up. They changed it so you took on whatever your mother was. So the white man could rape the slave.
That's right.
Get her pregnant and sell off those biracial kids for a fucking profit. It was fucking horrible. And that's what happened. That's what happened. They fucking raped their slaves for a profit. And it was horrible. So yeah, she might have had white slave owners. So what? So the fuck what?
That's it.
Anything, man. Just anything. Any little tree branch they could pull off and whip you with it.
Any fruit they can get, the lowest hanging fruit they can find, bro.
Like when that Kenosha kid shot them, what did they keep saying? Oh, one of them was a pedophile.
Yep.
So was he out there hunting pedophiles?
Yeah. Right.
It had nothing to do with it. It had nothing to do with it. It had nothing to do with it. I can't believe they even went there. Like, oh, he was a pedophile. Oh, because he dated a 17-year-old when he was like 19 or some shit like that. Some bullshit statutory. Something statutory.
I'm still waiting for somebody to come up with some dirt on Emmett Till.
Oh God.
I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for somebody to say, and back in
I'm pretty sure somebody said he touched her. He touched her inappropriately. I'm sure something came up like that to justify what they did to that boy, that 13-year-old kid.
I would love to find the court records, but there isn't none.
I teach 13-year-old kids. I couldn't imagine doing that to one of them like that. And I could imagine him, being that malevolent to like an older woman, Yeah, kids do that. I'm gonna whistle at that girl. He's from Chicago. He didn't know better.
Yeah, but that was Chicago at a different time, man.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Well,
he was in.
Parents still with gas back in them days.
Yeah.
Your parents still with gas. You got a line. So I mean,
Yeah. But all right, Eddie. It's a whole hour, man. Thank you, man. Wow, this is great. Tell them about your show again. Give them the time and place.
Right here on Facebook. Check out. You can Google up 5 Black Comics, or you might go on my page, Edward H. Clark, and check us out. 5 Black Comics. This week we'll be talking about the final debate, or as I like to call it, Trump don't want nobody to say nothing because he don't know how to answer the truth anyway. But we'll be talking about the final debate. We'll also be talking about why the disrespect of what's going on with Kamala Harris and the disrespect with that, including that senator that went out and purposely said her name incorrectly, and then did what every white guy, every racist does on a moment like that. When he was questioned about it, he goes, "Well, I said her name wrong. Whatever." As soon as they say whatever,
guy works with her. He works with her. He works with the woman.
He works with her. So I'm saying, like you know the half. All right. We'll also be having a moment called Solutions. The young sister you see right over my shoulder right here, that's Karina. We got a section in there called Solutions. Also me with my commentary at the end of the show. And if you have a black-owned small business that you want to have advertised for free on our show, for free. Let me say it again. You get a nationwide platform for free. Plus, we also work in your local area to make sure you get out there.
All right.
Check us out at 5 Black Comics Business at gmail.com. 5 Black Comics Business j-lat@gmail.com. Get in touch with us, and we'll show you how we can advertise you.
Any shows coming up, Eddie?
It will never cost you a dime.
Any shows coming up?
This
I don't got
Saturday,
shit.
Yeah, matter of fact, coming up this weekend. Yeah, forgot all about that. I'll be at
That's so much shit. Oh yeah, I'm just headlining somewhere. I forgot about that.
I'll be at Scotty's Comedy
okay.
Cove in Springfield. You come on up. We got some new stuff for you. Obviously, this COVID has changed. We have a lot of black comics can do their business. So I'm telling you right now, if you're looking for soft fluff, the comics used to like laugh and dance and just entertain you. Things.
No, he's not. He's not that comic. Trust me.
Them days are over.
He's not that fucking comic.
There's
no DJ. Yeah, there's no DJ. He's gonna just come up there, talk his shit. You want to dance for like a half an hour, like I see a lot of comedians do. It's pretty cool. I see what they're doing though. Like you wasted like 2 minutes dancing, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Of your 3. Like I see, like, but all right, Eddie. Thank you, man. We need to talk again. We need to talk after that debate. And Eddie, you got to watch that movie Borat. Your boy Rudy Giuliani.
I heard about it.
Yeah, I read about it. He said Jeffrey Toobin. He said Jeffrey who? Hold my beer. This motherfucker got digging in his pants.
I don't know if you noticed, but the entire show, man. You only saw one hand, so I'm just saying.
Hey, you see my old camera, guys. You gotta be careful with Zoom, man. You gotta be careful. Like I'm not lying. I left my Zoom at the school running. I was like, oh shit, I can leave early because of the COVID thing. He said, I just ran out. And I'm playing, and I gotta have my office hours for the kids to hit me back if they need help. So I'm driving through Jersey City, and I have my Zoom on, and I'm playing it. I'm hearing all these weird noises. Like, what the fuck is all these noises? Turns out the Zoom camera was still on at the school, and that's the maintenance people. And I don't know about you, Eddie, but I talk to myself when I drive. I'm doing comedy bits.
I talk to myself all the time.
This sounds crazy if you're listening. So I'm like, oh shit, do they hear me? What the mute? Luckily the thing was muted, and I hit that thing. I was like, hey, maintenance people, yeah. Oh shit, can you turn off my thing? Because I couldn't host it because I was still the host over there, so I couldn't let anybody in. I was like, oh shit. Zoom, be careful, guys. Be careful with Zoom.
Don't
your cameras are off.
Don't tube it.
Yeah, don't tube it. Make sure your cameras are off. Make sure the sound is off. You talk shit about your boss. Fuck that asshole. Like what? I'm talking to my little son. Oh, no, you're not. You're fired. That's who you. That's.
Oh my god.
All right, Eddie, man. Thanks a lot. And I'm J-Lat, Taj Howard, aka J-Lat the Comedian, aka the Sensual Destructor. I make it like a nice little name.
I'll give you a little quick advice before I leave, man. The best thing to do at the end of the show is say goodnight, because you always end up saying something crazy at the end. I know from experience.
Oh yeah. That's the thing about comedy.
Thanks a lot. We'll see y'all next week.
Gotta end it, but I gotta promote myself. So right now, man, I'm starting my own studio up. I'm getting videos. If you need video work done, I got 2 functioning video cameras, thanks to Prime Day on Amazon. If you need video done, I got a green screen. If you want to shoot a sketch or something like that, hit me up. J-Lat the Comedian on Instagram, J-Lat the Comedian on Twitter, TAHJHOWARD@gmail. All right. Good night, everybody. Good night, Eddie Clark. Thanks for talking with me. Thanks for being here. We gotta talk again. We gotta wrap again.
I'm Eddie Clark. We'll always talk again.
Yeah. That's. We'll end it there. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you so much, man. Peace.